Boys and girls, for our Read Aloud, we're going to read a story that we are all very familiar with, that we have listened to a couple of times this week and last week. It is called The Sweet Mother Who Lives in a Shoe. Do you remember that story? Yeah, she lives in a shoe. Remember, you've even created artwork of what kind of shoe you think she lives in, or maybe looked at your own shoes, and I just couldn't imagine. Could you? Who does she live in that shoe with? The dog, the cat, and the kangaroo. And she has 22 children. Can you believe that? That's a lot of kids in a shoe, my friends. We don't even have that many kids in the class. That would be crazy to see. Now, while Miss Walashik is reading, she just wants you to use your ears and your imagination. Can you say imagination? Yes, you're going to be using your imagination to create a picture in your brain while Miss Walashik is reading, because there's no pictures in this book, okay? All right, so this is the story of the sweet mother who lives in a shoe. There is a sweet mother who lives in a shoe with a dog, a cat, and a kangaroo. She loves her pets and her children too, even though they number 22. I have to admit, her shoe is somewhat of a zoo. The mother awakes each day to the chatter of the crew. She sweetly kisses each one and says, "I love you." She opens her shoe tongue to a beautiful view and smiles at the cat, the dog, and the kangaroo. As her daily task, she begins to work through. All of the children pitch in on cue, fixing eggs and toast and cheese fondue. Everyone knows just what to do, even the cat, the dog, and the kangaroo. And everyone cleans up when breakfast is through. The children scatter all over the shoe, finding interesting things to do. Some paint pictures, others build castles, and one blows his kazoo, while mother sings lullabies and polishes her shoe. Everyone has something to do, even the dog and the kangaroo. When nighttime comes, the mother makes a tasty stew to feed her brew of 22. And of course the dog, the cat, and the kangaroo. She bathes the children in suds of lavender blue and kisses them soundly and says, "I love you." This ends the story of a happy family whose residence is a cozy shoe. The end. Wow, give that story a round of applause. All right, so is a house really in a shoe? That is a made-up story. But what was one thing that was in her shoe? What is one thing they did in their shoe? Yeah, I remember, sorry kids, that they painted pictures in their shoe, right? So they painted pictures. Do you ever paint at home? Yes, sometimes you can paint at home. She even made them a tasty stew, which is like a soup. So she made them a dinner soup. Do you do that at your home? And then in the very beginning, I don't remember if you know, or if you remember, she said she opens her shoe tongue to a beautiful view. Now your shoe tongue, let me show you, is at the top of your shoe, right here. This little flap, I don't really have a good one, but it's right here. So that means she walks up and she looks out of her shoe tongue. She's right here, and she's looking outside at the view. So I wonder what she's looking at. But I want to know your view. So I want you to go to your window. Whenever this is over, go to your window and tell Miss Walashik, what is the view from your shoe tongue or window? Let me know.